I am always amazed at the amount of younger men that I know, college age to post college age men, that have asked me for dating advice. Now, I'm not amazed that they asked me for the advice in the first place because I'm an older guy. I get why they're asking me for advice, but they always kind of ask me what they think I think their problem is with why they can't, get girls or attract a woman they like or whatever. And it drives me nuts because to me it is so freaking obvious. As far as with this younger generation, this Generation Z, as they call themselves, that's the generation between ages 18 and like 26 right now, right? So here's the little bit of dating advice, and it's probably the only dating advice I'm ever going to put out on this channel. The reason that most women aren't attracted to most Generation Z guys is because most Generation Z guys don't exude an ounce of masculinity or individuality. That's what it is. And this is especially true, and women notice this. Women notice this more than anything else, what I'm about to bring up. This is especially true with regard to how a Generation Z man usually deals with conflict. Most Gen Z kids, if they have a potential fist fight on their hands, whether they're being bullied by a bigger kid or whatever it is, they will run away and they will tell a professor at their college campuses, or they will call the police or something like that. And not only will they do that, but they're proud of doing that. They're literally proud of being snitches. That's the problem, guys. You got to understand something. This is, if you don't understand anything else about women, you got to understand this. There isn't a woman born that's ever been attracted to a coward. There isn't a woman born that's ever been attracted to a man who refuses to deal with his own conflicts and fight his own battles in life and tries to get others to fight his battles for him. There's no woman at any time in human history, not from the time of Adam and Eve and not until the end of the world in the future. No woman has ever been attracted to a cowardly man. So, guys, when you have a conflict with another guy, you need to step to him like a man and figure out that conflict. Whether that means you sit down like gentlemen and talk it over at a table somewhere, or whether that means you have to pick up your fists and fight, win or lose. Either way, whatever you got to do, that's what you got to do. But you handle your own business. You don't go get a professor involved, try to get the person kicked out of school. You don't call the police and press charges. Women notice that shit. And it turns them right off. Right off. And that's one of those things. You almost can't even recover from that once you do it. Now, a lot of you will say, well, hey, I called the cops on this one guy who was bullying me and my female friends were cheering me on. Yeah, maybe, because they've been taught the same nonsense that all the other Gen Z kids have been taught about, always call a teacher or whatever when there's a fight on your hands. But women, when they're selecting men, they make their decision about men they're attracted to as much with their subconscious as they do with their actual conscience. So when a woman sees you and she sees that you've got a guy bullying you, and instead of standing up to him, fighting back, picking up your fist, you're like running to a professor, or you're trying to report him to the school, or you're calling the police or whatever, she takes mental note of that. And her conscience might be telling her that you, quote unquote, did the right thing. But her subconscious is telling her that you're too cowardly to fight your own battles. And therefore, if something ever happens with her and she's with you, you might be too scared to step in and defend her. So, these are the things that Gen Z men do that turn women right off. And again, this is the main thing. There's a lot of things, but the main thing is just not being willing to handle your own business without getting, some sort of authority structure involved when you have a conflict with another guy. Women don't like that. And I'm not telling you that once you start handling your own conflicts, like all the women in town are going to start liking you. You still need other qualities, but that baseline of being a man has to be there. You have to have at least that baseline, that willingness to hold your own. I don't know how else to word it, but Gen Z guys don't, like I said at the beginning of this video, they don't show an ounce of individuality at all. They don't show an ounce of even being willing to fight their own battles in any way, shape, or form. And the funny thing is, a lot of Gen Z guys will talk smack on the internet all day long. They'll say the worst stuff to you on the internet. But when you see them face to face, they're practically running away from you. Or they're threatening to call the cops if you touch them. It's just like, dude, weren't you just talking like 2 hours worth of smack to me last night? But see, again, these are the things that, this is dating advice here, so I want to keep it in that context, but women don't like guys who don't handle their own business. Even if you got to pick up your fist and fight somebody who's bullying you, whatever, and you lose, you'll at least get respect from the people around you, and you'll at least get the respect of whatever women are there, because you at least show that you're willing to hold your own and be a man about stuff. But 99.999% of Gen Z is not willing to fight their own battles, be that physical fights or any other kind of, battle. Even battles that go beyond physical, like some sort of psychological battle that they're having with someone else or whatever. There's all different kinds of conflicts, but Gen Z guys run away from all their conflicts. And women see that, and they're not attracted to that. They might still be your friend. Women might still be your friend, but they're not ever, ever, ever going to be attracted. Like I said, there isn't a woman born that's attracted to a coward. There isn't a woman born that's ever been attracted to a guy who like runs from his fist fights and just, calls the police, and a guy who just like won't handle his own conflicts no matter what. A guy who expects everybody else to handle their conflicts for him after he's been talking smack. No woman in human history has ever been attracted to that, and no woman in the future will ever be attracted to that. So as far as all-out dating advice, that's not what this channel is for, but I'm telling you that this here is the main reason why Gen Z women are not attracted to Gen Z young men. That's all for today. I'll see you guys later.